Shri Mohammed Basheer.
Thank you very much. Sir, this bill, of course, I think it is a need of the hour. If we look into the background of the case, Companies Act 2013 was really a revolutionary legislation. It was a significant legislation we had in the history of company laws. It was really had high hopes, and we all know that in the present scenario, this kind of legislation, this amendment, is having its relevancy. Sir, we all know that India is becoming an international destination of investment. It is our duty to remove all the hardship and ambiguity in the way of implementing various clauses of the Company Act. Sir, like that, corporate governance is also coming in a big way in India. There also our attention should have that much of emphasis. Sir, amendment in the CSR. CSR was a progressive legislation amendment we had in our Company Act. That also, I think, there also we must concentrate our attention in many sectors. Sir, similarly, we had many other areas where we have to address. We all know that as far as this bill is concerned, this bill made the companies more accountable in relation to structuring, disclosure, and compliance requirement. In that way, sir, it is most welcome. Sir, 2013 Acts limit the number of intermediary company through investment can be made in a company. Similarly, sir, it also limits the number of layers of subsidiaries in a company to have this kind of investment. So this amendment of this act make mandatory that technical member must have at least the level of an additional secretary. It is true that this legislation is intended to address difficulties faced by the stakeholders and improve the ease of doing business in our country. In a way, these proposals are correctional and it gives clarification and remove ambiguity. In that way also, sir, this legislation is most welcome. I would like to say only 2 points in this, sir. That is to be discussed in detail. Considering the time frame, I don't want to say much in this. 1 point, that is the role of independent directors. Sir, independent directors, as per the Company Act, it was also a most welcome suggestion, amendment. Sir, as per Act 2013, role of independent directors was well explained. Sir, it was really with a very good intention. It helps the company to protect the interest of minority shareholders and ensure that board does not favor any particular set of stakeholders. The role of the independent directors was very relevant, and it ensured the governance, clean governance of the corporate. In that way, that was a very important piece of amendment in the Companies Act. So there are certain essential qualifications for independent directors. What is that? He should not be a promoter of the company. He should not have any kind of special interest in the economic affairs of the company. He has no any other financial kind of relationship with the company. None of his relatives has any kind of financial interest in that. He is having completely independent nature of assignment as an independent director. Sir, as far as this piece of legislation is concerned, my apprehension is only this: whether the independence of the independent director is diluted or not. That's a point the Honourable Minister is aware of all these things. I once again appeal him whether the independence of the independent director will be engrossed through this amendment. That is one thing. Towards the end, sir, I would like to say CSR. Such introduction of CSR, perhaps India may be a model to the entire world in this. CSR was a very progressive and revolutionary measures we have taken. So unfortunately, CSRs are also not implemented properly. Some industrial heads, they are diluting that also. I appeal the Honorable Minister. In this also there is a provision for that. We are giving exemption to certain categories. The Honorable Minister may take into consideration that any kind of dilution, any kind of what is called easy kind of doing things should not be there in that side. CSR should be adhered into properly. I once again appeal to take these two things into consideration. With this few words, sir, I conclude. Thank you very much.